So we're going to start in partial recline. So feet planted on the ground, knees tracking up towards the ceiling. Hands could be somewhere on your body. And just go ahead and take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it out. And go ahead and do that again. Deep breath in, fill up. Exhale, release. And one more time. Take a deep breath in. Draw in as much air as you can. Just hold it at the top. Exhale, let it out of your mouth. And just settle into your body and into your breath here. Now notice what's coming up. Maybe you have a bunch of things going on this weekend. If you celebrated Thanksgiving, you might still have all those kind of Thanksgiving festivities going on, Black Friday, shopping, all this stuff, right? Maybe family visiting, or maybe you're traveling. Just try to take this next 45 minutes or so just for yourself, just to settle in and be present right here on your mat, connected to your breath, connected to your body. All the other stuff that's going on will still be there at the end of this class. And also notice too, maybe if you have a little anxiety going on about flying scissors, about working towards an arm balance. Right, it's totally natural. It's balancing in your arms. There's a whole bunch of things going on in the body to make that happen. Right, but just kind of breathe into it. Right, welcome the challenge. We're just introducing it into the body. And just know, if you don't get it on your first try, that's totally okay, right? It takes practice. Let's take a couple more breaths here. Right, nice long inhales, then longer exhales, calming the central nervous system, connecting to the body. Just letting the breath do its work. Next inhale, go ahead and press right up into bridge pose. And just come right into a neutral pelvis. And push down into your big toe mounds. Right, just turning the adductors on, squeezing the thighs in towards each other. Finding some length here. Glutes start to engage. And then we lower our sacrum back down. And again, let's press right back up into bridge pose. And while we're here, go ahead and extend your arms up towards the ceiling. Start to roll out through your wrists, wiggle your fingers. You can make some fists, take some circles. We're just warming up the wrist joints. Let that movement go into the arms, maybe into the shoulders a little bit. And we'll let the arms sweep up overhead. Back of the hands touch the mat behind you. And keep pushing into your feet. Press those big toe mounds down. Keep your glutes engaged. And then we'll lower our sacrum and our arms back down on the mat. Let's take a few bridge waves here. So on an inhale, you can press up, sweep the arms up overhead. And then exhale, you can come down. And if you're doing an opposite breath, right, if you're pressing up on your exhale, lowering in your inhale, that's okay too. Right, just move with your breath. Just pressing up, firing on the glutes, feeling the shoulder blades shifting over the ribs as we move the arms. Let's take 3 more. So wave up and lower down. one more here, we'll wave up. And come right back down. Go ahead and draw your left knee into your chest, give yourself a squeeze. And then we'll extend our left leg up towards the ceiling. Roll out your ankle, wiggle your toes, and just get some movement going. And we'll warm up our hip joints. So it's our internal, external hip rotation. So you're just dialing your leg back and forth, a little twisting of the leg, just getting the femur bone moving around in the hip joint. Right, even though we're doing arm balance, has a lot to do with the hips. We want to make sure that they're good and ready. Twist, twist, twist. And then we'll come back to center. Draw your thigh down into your chest and push your foot back up onto the ceiling like you're doing a leg press. Right? Draw down and press. So this is flexion extension of the hip. Right? Press, draw down, and press. We'll do one more. Draw down and press. And then we'll just wave the leg side to side. Lateral movement here. Abduction, adduction of the hip. Just a couple more here. And then go ahead and bring your left thigh back down into your belly. Go ahead and grab your leg or your foot. Half happy baby here. You can keep that right foot planted. If you want to extend the leg out long on your mat, you can. You're just drawing your knee out towards the ribs. Right? Just finding a little space there. Just breathe. And then go ahead and release. And we'll switch legs. Right knee draws into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. And then extend that leg up towards the ceiling. As we roll out the ankle, wiggle the toes. And then we'll start that internal, external hip rotation, right? Dialing the leg in and out, right? Taking the time to prepare the joints before we start moving and loading in the body. And we come back to center. Flexion extension, draw that right thigh down into your chest. Push your foot back up. Draw it down and press. Draw it down and press. Let's do one more. Draw it down and press. And then here's our lateral movement. Wag the leg side to side. Abduction, adduction of the hip. Come back to center. Bring that right thigh down into your chest. Go ahead and grab your leg or your foot. And you're drawing the knee out towards the ribs, like out towards the side of your mat. And just breathe in that space. Left leg can stay where it is, or you can extend it out long. Another breath. We'll go ahead and release that leg. Let's press it right up into one more bridge pose. Go ahead and lift up. And then lower right back down. Hug your knees into your chest. Take a couple of rock and rolls. And then we're going to meet in tabletop. The cat crawl around on your mat a little bit first, right? Just crawl back and forward. You can take spins around on your mat. Move side to side. Just take some movement here in the body. Doesn't matter what it looks like. Barrel rolls for the hips are a good idea. Just any kind of movement that feels good. You can wag the leg side to side. Yeah. And then we'll meet back in tabletop. Knees stacked under your hips, wrists under your shoulders. Inhale, cow pose, squeeze your shoulder blades in towards each other as you melt the belly and the heart down. Exhale, press the back of your heart up. Cat pose. Inhale, cow pose, squeeze. Exhale to your cat. Press the mat away. Yeah, a couple more here. And feel free to change the direction of your hands as you move through these cat-cows. Right, get into the wrists a little bit, get into the forearms. Really squeezing those shoulder blades in. On your inhale, really pulling the shoulder blades apart on your exhale. Let's take 2 more. We'll meet back in tabletop. Go ahead and tuck your toes, hover your shins off the mat. We'll press our hips right up into downward facing dog. And then go ahead and start to pedal out the feet here. I'm just gonna walk it out. And we'll lift the heels, melt them over to your left side, bend your legs, press your chest back towards your thighs. And then just push the mat away here. Feel this nice stretch through the back. Lift the heels, come through center, let them melt over to the right side. Same thing, bend your legs, press your chest back. And we'll come right back through center. Go ahead and lift your left leg up, bend your knee, open up through your hip. Take some movement here, some big circles, right? Like you're sweeping your leg around an imaginary beach ball. Circle one way, then the other. You can go back to any of those 6 movements of the hip that we did on the ground. It's anything that feels good. Keep gripping the mat, right? Keeping that stability in the shoulders. And then we'll meet with our legs straight behind us, square through the hip, straighten out that leg. Left knee over to your left elbow. So you can cat through the back, tap that shoulder or that tricep. Come right back out. Yeah. Left knee, elbow or tricep, over to the left side. Yep. Come right back out. And then one more time, we're gonna bring that knee over to the left elbow or tricep. Plant your foot down outside of your left hand. We're gonna turn this wide lunge here. Let's take a little twist. Left fingertips reach up. Right. Twist from the sternum. Push into the ball of your back foot. And we'll come right back down with that left hand. And go ahead and push into your hands. Hover the left foot off of the mat. Try to keep that leg from touching your arm. A little core work here. Come back into 3-legged dog. Left leg sweeps up behind you. Step your left foot up to the top of the mat. Supported warrior 3. Maybe this long T shape in the body. Hands can be down. You can bring them up. Push through your heel, draw your toes down. One more breath. And we'll step back, warrior 2. Peaceful warrior, reach up and back. Flowing side angle to just an exhale. Let's just drop in. Come right back, peaceful warrior. Go ahead and bring your hands back down to the mat. We'll come right back into 3-legged dog. Left leg is gonna go up. Right, this time, left knee over to the left elbow or tricep. Bend your arms when you get there. Come right back out, 3-legged dog. Left knee over to the elbow or tricep. Bend the arms. Come right back out. One more time. Left knee, elbow or tricep. Bend the arms. Come right back out. We'll step the left foot back through. We come right back into supported warrior 3. And just find this long spine. And then go ahead and step back into a 90-90 lunge. Right shin comes down. We stack our shoulders over the hips. Little side body stretch here. Left hand grabs the right wrist. Just reach over to the left side. And then come right back up through center. Half splits back over your front leg. You just scoot that left leg out a little bit longer. Just wag that foot side to side here. And then we'll bend back into the front leg, rise up, warrior 2. Lateral lunge back of your mat, bend into your right leg. Let's take a couple of swipes side to side here. And then the next time you bend into your right leg, stay there. Walk your hands back towards your left foot and away from you. Right, push the mat away. One more breath. And we'll come back up towards the top of the mat, high crescent lunge. Hinge up, shoulders stack over your hips. Arms reach up, neutral pelvis here. And then go ahead and goal post through your arms, little baby back bend here. We're just gonna lean back. Yeah, and then go ahead and hinge forward. Sweep the arms out and forward as you bring your right shin down. We'll come right into Anjaneyasana. So hip flexor stretch here. We're pressing the hips forward. Keep those glutes on. Half splits, come right back into it. Bow over your front leg. And then we'll crawl to the top of the mat, standing splits this time. So let the crown of your head drop down. Right leg goes up. Can be an open hip here if you want. Kundalini squat. Right knee kisses behind the left. Extend that right leg back up. Kundalini squat. And we extend. One more time. Kundalini squat. Go ahead and step back to plank pose. Left foot meets the right. Long spine. Okay, everything wraps into the midline. We're going to lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pull the hips forward, draw the shoulders back. Downward facing dog on your exhale. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it out. Okay, go ahead and lift your right leg up. Bend your knee, open up through your hip, and then take some movement on this side. Maybe it's the same, maybe it's different. All right. Just big circles, doesn't matter what it looks like. And we'll meet back with that leg straight behind us. Square your hip. Right knee over to your right elbow or tricep. Just try to tap it, maybe get it up higher near your shoulder, and then extend right back to three-legged dog. Right knee, right elbow, or tricep. Tap it, come right back out, three-legged dog. One more time, we bring that right knee over to the elbow or tricep, and you're planting the foot outside of your right hand. We're taking a big twist here. So right fingertips reach up. Go ahead and bring your right hand back down. Push into the mat, use your core. Hover that right foot off of the floor. Right, try to keep the right leg away from your arms so you can just hold it there using the core. Three-legged dog, right leg goes up. Right foot will step to the top of the mat, warrior three, supported or not. You can always use your blocks, you can always have your hands down on the mat, or you can bring them up. Find that T shape in the body. If your hands are down, it's like an L shape. And point the little toes down, that left foot. One more breath. We'll go ahead and step back, warrior two. Peaceful warrior, reach up and back, and then it's flowing side angle. You just drop in for an exhale. Come right back out, peaceful warrior. Go ahead and bring your hands back down to the mat, three-legged dog. The right leg flies back up. Okay, right knee over to your right elbow or tricep again. We're going to bend the arms, little chaturanga arms. Press right back up, three-legged dog. Right knee, elbow or tricep. Bend the arms. Come right back up. One more time. Right knee, elbow or tricep. Bend the arms. We come right back out. Right foot steps back up to the top of the mat. We come into our warrior three. Step back, 90-90 lunge. The left shin comes down, arms sweep up, side body stretch. Right hand grabs the left wrist, fingertips over to the right. And keep the glutes engaged, drop back on that right heel. Just opening up through that side body. We'll come back up through center, half splits, bow over your front leg. You can wag that foot side to side. And we bend back into the leg, come up into warrior two. Lateral lunge into your left leg, and then we'll just swipe side to side a few times, right? Just flossing out the hips. If you want to come down into Skandasana and bring this a little bit lower, you can. And then the next time you bend into the left leg, we stay there. But you walk the hands over towards your right foot, away from the left, right? And then you're pushing your hips back, and you're breathing right underneath that left shoulder blade here. Right? Just breaking up some fascia with the breath, making some space. For 3, and 2, and 1. Go ahead and walk back towards the top of the mat. High crescent lunge. So we're hinging up. Arms sweep up, shoulders stack over the hips. Yeah, and then we take that little baby back bend, right? Goalpost with the arms, lean back. And then as we start to hinge forward, we sweep the arms out and forward. Bring your shin down on the left leg. And then it's Anjaneyasana. So hip flexor stretch here. Press the hips forward. Being intentional going into the joint. Half splits, we bow over the front leg. Then we crawl to the top of the mat, standing splits. Let the crown of your head fall. Leg goes up. Maybe walk your hands back with that left hand kind of replace your left leg. And then it's Kundalini squat. Standing splits. Kundalini squat. Standing splits. Kundalini squat. You're going to step back, plank pose. Go ahead and lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Draw the shoulders back. Keep engagement, the muscles around the hip. Downward facing dog. Take a breath and exhale, let it out. Let's do that again. Deep breath in, fill up. Exhale, release. Okay, go ahead and lift your left leg up. Bend your knee, open up your hip. Let's go into a wild thing here. So stepping that left foot behind you. Right leg stays long. You're landing on the ball of the left foot. Turn your pelvis up towards the ceiling. Get long here. Reach your left fingertips forward. Come right back into three-legged dog. Okay, left knee over to the left elbow or tricep. Get it there. And then I want you to tap the foot down outside the left hand. All right, and then lift it up. Use the core. Come right back, three-legged dog. And again, left knee draws over to the left elbow or tricep. You can exaggerate it, right? Plant the foot outside the hand. Float the foot back up. Hold it. And then come right back out, three-legged dog. One more time. Left knee over to left elbow or tricep. Plant the foot and stay here. Go ahead and bring your right knee down and come into a little lounging lizard here. Okay? So you can stay right here with that left foot fully on the ground or the mat. Or if you want to roll out into the blade edge of your left foot, you can. You can gently press on the inside of your left thigh with your hands. And spiral your chest up. Externally rotate that left shoulder if you're doing that. Right. Still have engagement going on in your glutes. Just another breath. And slowly come back to center. Tuck your back toes and straighten through that back leg, right? Just lift the knee back off the ground. We'll press back into a wide pyramid, right? It's just a little bow here, right? And this shape right here that we're in, if we were on our arm, is flying scissors. Go ahead and bend back into that left leg. Hover the foot off of the mat. Use that core. Three-legged dog. Right, left foot steps to the top of the mat, warrior three. Right, maybe pick the hands up off of the mat. Yeah, long spine. Kundalini squat here. Hug it in. And then we're going to open up for half moon. Use your block if you have it underneath your hands. Right hip is stacking on top of the left. Flex through that right foot. It helps you with balance, keeping that leg engaged. Make sure you're breathing. And go ahead and step back, warrior two. Peaceful warrior, reach up and back. It's flowing side angle, right? We drop in for the exhale. Don't lose the bend in the front leg as you come back, peaceful warrior. Go ahead and bring your hands down to the mat. You come right back into three-legged dog. Left leg goes up. Okay, left knee, left elbow. and sweep over to it. Bend the arms when you get there and try to hang out there. Try to get that left thigh in the back of your left arm. We come right back out, three-legged dog. Again, left knee over to the left, elbow or tricep. Bend the arms. Hold it. Come right back out. Again, left knee, elbow or tricep. Bend the arms. Hold it. Stay there. Maybe you play with extending your leg out. Maybe you don't. Yeah. Come right back out. Three-legged dog. Left foot steps through. Warrior three again. Top of the mat. It's just for a breath. And then we'll step back into our 90-90 lunge. Right shin comes down and the top of the foot. Arms sweep up. Go ahead and take a twist here. Right arm reaches forward. Left arm reaches back. Pelvis stays forward. And then you can go ahead and exalt. Left arm goes down. Right arm goes up. If you want to tuck those toes, maybe reach back. Grab for your ankle. Your calf muscle. Keep those glutes on, especially if you lean back farther. Go ahead and bring the hands back down to the mat. We'll come right into our half split. Just bow over your front leg. Yeah. And then we'll come forward for a little Anjali twist. Right hand plant. Goalpost through your left arm. Just open up here. Come right back in half splits. Yeah, and then we'll rise up, warrior two. Peaceful warrior, reach up and back. Yeah, and then we'll come right back down into a lateral lunge. Bend into that right leg. We'll take a twist here, left hand plants, right fingertips reach up as you twist to the back of your mat. Start to crawl yourself back towards the top, high crescent lunge. We're building it from the ground up, so hinge up. And stack the shoulders over the hips. Keep that bend in the front leg. We take that little baby back bend, little goalpost. And we sweep the arms out and forward as we hinge over the leg and bring the right shin down. And then it's Anjaneyasana. Press the hips forward. Half splits, we come right back into it. This time we're going to come forward into our standing splits. Right leg's going to go up. And then it's Kundalini squat. Come down. Revolved half moon. Twist to the left. Left fingertips reach up. Right leg goes back. Come right back down. Kundalini squat. And then we open up. Half moon the other way. Go ahead and step back, warrior two. Peaceful warrior, reach up and go ahead and bring your hands back down to the mat. Come into your plank pose. You can do a one-legged plank if you want. We're gonna lower chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Go ahead and take a breath in. Breath out. Okay, right leg lifts up this step. Bend your knee. We're going to go into wild thing. So that right foot is stepping behind us. Keep the core engaged. Keep your glutes on. Right ball the foot lands. Turn your pelvis up to the ceiling. Find some length here. It's a nice diagonal stretch across the body. Three-legged dog is where we meet. Okay. Right knee over to the right elbow or tricep. So you're getting it there. You're tapping the foot down. Lift it back up, come right back out, three-legged dog. Right knee, elbow or tricep, tap the foot down, lift it back up, three-legged dog. One more time, right knee, elbow or tricep, tap the foot down, and then we stay here. All right, bring your left knee down, find your lounging lizard. And again, you can keep that right foot fully planted, or if you want to roll out onto the blade edge of the right foot, you can. You can press gently into the inner right thigh. You can come down into your forearm too. We're just getting a little extra love in there with these hips. And spiral the chest up. One more breath. We'll come right back to center. Bring your right hand back down. Tuck your back toes on the left foot, lift the knee, and then we hover the right foot off of the mat. Hold it, and then sweep back up, three-legged dog. Right foot steps to the top of the mat, warrior three. Try to keep the hips aligned together, toes drawing down. Kundalini squat. Open up for your half moon. And so the left hip is stacking. So we're flexing at the right hip, extending at the left. Push into your left heel. Your pelvis is facing towards your left, so are your left toes. And go ahead and step back, warrior two. Peaceful warrior, reach up and back, and here's our flowing side angles. We drop in just with the exhale. Come right back, peaceful warrior. Go ahead and cartwheel your hands down to the mat. Three-legged dog, the right leg goes back up. So right knee over to your right elbow or tricep. We're bending the arms and holding when you get there. Try to get that right thigh in the back of your right tricep. Come right back out, three-legged dog. Right, these arms are making a shelf for that leg. Come right back in, right knee, elbow, or tricep. Bend the arms. Come right back out. One more time, right knee, elbow, or tricep. Bend the arms and stay. Maybe you play with extending your right leg. Maybe look at your toes. Come back out, three-legged dog. Right foot steps back to the top of the mat, warrior three. It's just a breath. And then we'll step back into our 90-90 lunge. Left shin comes down. Arms sweep up. And we're taking a twist to the right. So left arm reaches forward, right arm reaches back. Keep the glutes on, and then exalt. Right arm goes down. You can grab for your left heel, your calf muscle. Keep your glutes engaged. Lean back. With a nice stretch in the left side body. Go ahead and bring the hands back down to the mat. Come into our half splits. Just shift the hips back. And then we come back forward. Left hand plants, Anjane twist. We're goal posting to the right arm. And then we come right back in. Half splits. Yeah, and then go ahead and crawl back forward. We're coming into our warrior two. Peaceful warrior, reach up and back. And then we come right into our lateral lunge. Back of the mat. Bend into the left leg. Right hand plants, the fingertips reach up. Twist. Just finding length, room, that side body. Go ahead and walk your hands back towards the top of the mat. We rise up into our high crescent lunge. Right, find your footing, hinge up. 90-degree bend in that front leg. Squeeze everything into the midline. Pelvis is neutral. Abs are drawing in, right? Supporting the pelvis here. Okay, little baby back bend. Keep the glutes up. Little lean back. Go close to the arms so the shoulder blades move. And then we sweep the arms out to the side as we hinge forward. Bring that left shin down. Come right into your Anjane Asana. Goal post to the arms. Half splits, bow over your front leg. Yeah, and then we're coming right in to our standing splits at the top of the mat. Left leg lifts up. Kundalini squat. Revolved half moon. So you're turning your sternum to the right, extending that left leg out behind you. And lifting from the glute. Come back into Kundalini squat. And then we open right back up, half moon again. Go ahead and step back, warrior two. Peaceful warrior, reach up and back. Go ahead and bring your hands down to the mat. Come into your plank pose. It can be one-legged if you want. We lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Downward facing dog on your exhale. And go ahead and take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let's do that again. Deep breath in, fill up. Exhale, release. All right, if you want to use your blocks This time, go ahead and grab them. I'm going to grab mine. As I learn more arm balances and continue to learn them, I feel like the blocks give me a little bit more height and more space. And the blocks kind of brought that aha moment for a lot of arm balances for me. So I really encourage you to try it with the blocks. You know, maybe you like it, maybe you don't, but you never know unless you try it. So we're going to start with standing flying scissors on the left leg. So we're going to come back up into down dog. Your blocks are going to be where your hands would normally be in down dog. And you're gripping your block. So you want your pinky and thumb on the outside of the block, and the other 3 fingers are on the top. So if you needed to pick up your block with your hand, you could. Okay? So find that grip, and you're really gripping your finger pads into the block here, holding on. We're going to lift our left leg up. So left knee is going to come over to the left elbow or tricep, and you're going to bend your arms. It's chaturanga arms. So you're making a shelf. Then maybe extend your leg out. Look at your toes on your left foot. Look where you're going. Yep, we come right back out, 3-legged dog. Let's do that again. Left knee over to your left elbow or tricep. Bend your arms, and then extend that leg out. Look at your toes. Yeah, we come right back out. So we're making like a little seesaw shape here. So we'll do it one more time, and then maybe we keep shifting the weight forward so that our right leg lifts behind us. So we're in 3-legged dog. Left knee over to the left elbow or tricep, bend the arms, extend the leg, and maybe the right leg floats. Your face comes close to the ground if you're in this. You flex through the feet. One more breath. Slowly come back out, 3-legged dog. Just bring that left foot down. Take a breath here. Now let's go ahead and do the right leg. So we'll lift the right leg up. The same thing, right? You're gripping your mat. Right knee over to the right elbow or tricep. We're going to bend the arms when we get there, then extend the leg. Look at your toes. Come right back out, 3-legged dog. One more time. Right knee over to your elbow or tricep. Bend the arms. Look at your toes. Come right back out. One more time. Right knee, elbow or tricep. Bend the arms when you get there. Look at your leg. Extend it out. Maybe you float that left leg up. You're making that seesaw. You're balancing on your right arm. And your left arm is hugged into your side body. We'll meet right back in 3-legged dog. Go ahead and bring that right foot down. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. You can keep the blocks or you can move them off to the side if you want. Let's take one more deep breath in. Exhale, release. All right, go ahead and lift your left leg up. Bend your knee, open up through your hip. Take a wild thing here. Left foot steps behind you. Right, find some length through the body. Right, nice diagonal stretch. Pelvis is up towards the ceiling. And we'll come right back into 3-legged dog. All right, left knee pulls into the chest as you step forward. Come into warrior 3. Kundalini swap. Let's open up half moon. It's just a couple breaths here. And we'll step back, warrior 2. All right, peaceful warrior, reach up and back. And then we'll come into side angle. So left arm inside of the left leg. Right arm reaches up. Gaze goes up, spiraling the chest up. Left arm is pushing inside of that left leg. Left leg is pushing back. We're trying to press the knee behind us. Melting the blade edge of your right foot down. Yeah. And there's a little sneaky way to get into flying scissors from here. If anyone wants to try it, what you're going to do is hinge forward. Or you're hinging at the hips. Get your hands down. So get your hands down where there would be shoulder width apart, facing the top of your mat. Right next to your left foot. And then all you're going to do is pivot on your right foot, pivot onto the ball of it, bend your arms, and your left leg is right there, and there's flying scissors. You come right back out. We meet back in side angle. Peaceful warrior, reach up and back. Go ahead and bring your hands down to the mat. Let's set up a half pigeon here. Heel toe your left foot over to your right wrist, and we'll come right down. Just a few breaths. And try to soften through your hips. Soften through the shoulder blades. Couple more breaths. And go ahead and slowly start to walk yourself up. Plant your hands, tuck your right toes, come back up into three-legged dog. And then one more time. We come into flying scissors, left knee over to your left elbow or tricep, blocks or no blocks, your choice. We're bringing it over and we're bending the arms, extending the leg, floating the back foot if you can. You're making that little seesaw, right? You're looking forward when you come into it. Come into it again, right? Knee to elbow, float, look forward. Come right back out, downward facing dog. If you want to take a vinyasa, of course you can. If not, we're going to meet the right leg, lift it up, bend your knee right into your wild thing. Step the foot behind you, find that nice angle stretch across the body. It's a nice, beautiful back bend, one of my favorites. Stay nice and long, keep the glutes engaged. We meet right back in three-legged dog. Right knee pulls into the chest as you step forward for your warrior three. You can be supported or not. Kundalini swap. Right into half moon. It's just a couple breaths. Right, just open up. And then we step back. Warrior two. Peaceful warrior, reach up and back. And we come into our side angle. So the right arm lands inside of the right leg. Right, try not to just dump and hang out in the shoulder and the hip joint here. Right, this is an active posture. The right arm is pressing against the right thigh. Left fingertips are reaching out. You're finding length of the side body. The feet are pushing apart on the mat, but the thighs are drawing in towards each other. Right, so keeping that muscular engagement. And then for those of you who want to try flying scissors from here, you're going to hinge forward at the hips. Put the hands down, about shoulder width apart. Fingers are facing the same way as your right toes. And then all you do is pivot on the ball of your left foot, bend your arms, your right thigh is right there on the back of your right arm. Flying scissors. You come right back out. Oh, I lost my mic. We'll meet in side angle. Peaceful warrior, reach up and back. Go ahead and cartwheel your hands down to the mat. And we'll come into our half pigeon here. Heel toe your right foot over to your left wrist. Where we're squaring the hips towards the top of the mat, not the shin. Okay. And there's rotation going on there in the hips. The right hip is drawing back. It's external hip rotation. The left hip is drawing forward for internal hip rotation. Just a few breaths to drop in here. You can always stack your hands, little one potato, two potato, put it right under your third eye, just to support your head, keep your neck in line with the rest of the spine. 2 more breaths. And you'll slowly start to walk yourself up. Tuck your back toes. We're going to be in 3-legged dog. Right leg goes up. And then one last try on this side for flying scissors. With or without the blocks. Right knee over the right elbow or tricep. Bend the arms. Extend the leg out. Look forward. Look where you want to go. Lift the left leg. Shifting the weight. Finding that little teeter-tot. And then come right back out. 3-legged dog. Go ahead and bring your feet together. Come down into your child's pose. Big toes together, knees nice and wide. Take your arms back, reach for your feet or your ankles, and just rock yourself side to side on your shins and your third eye. And you're just taking the shoulders out of flexion here for a moment. And slowly crawl yourself up, and we'll meet on our backs. And come right into a waterfall when you get there. Just float the legs up towards the ceiling. Maybe float your arms up too. Right? Just kind of let your hands and your feet hang heavy. If you want to move them around a little bit, you can. Right? Roll through the wrists a little bit, shake them out. And then just let everything hang, little zombie arms. Just letting the low back release. Happy baby. Go ahead and draw your knees out towards your ribs. Grab hold of your feet or your leg. Just rock side to side a couple times. You can straighten through one leg or bend the other. And you'll bring your knees in together. Give them a squeeze. Let them fall over to your left side for a twist. Let your right shoulder blade down towards the mat. Go ahead and float through center. Knees fall over to your right side. Twist the other way. And come back through center. Pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze and a couple of kisses. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, release, Shavasana. If you want to stay in Shavasana for a little bit longer, go ahead. So now let's start to introduce some movement back to your body. Little fingers and toes. And then when you're ready, just roll over to your least favorite side. Maybe the side that doesn't like flying scissors so much. At least not yet. All right, just give that side a little extra grace, a little extra gratitude, a little extra love. And just notice your breath. Notice how it feels moving through your body. And you just acknowledge the strength and the calm that the breath brings you all the time, whether we're paying attention to it or not. When you're ready, start to make your way up into a comfortable seat. Go ahead and bring your hands into your heart space. And we'll take one last deep breath in together. Draw in as much air as you can, fill up. And exhale, let it out. Go ahead and bring your thumbs to your third eye. May this practice fill your heart with peace and love, and may it deepen your connection with your body and with your breath. Namaste. I hope you guys enjoyed.